Yo, what's up, guys? Today I want to bring you a brand new series, which for now I'm going to call Dieting Meals. And if anyone has any better ideas what we can call this series, then post them down in the comments below and we'll see who gets the most likes on their comment, and we'll go with that one like in the long run. So this whole series is related to what kind of meals do I eat when I'm on a cut, and what kind of meals do I have when I'm on a bulk. So things which are going to keep you satisfied and full throughout the day whilst not overloading on calories and keeping yourself in caloric surplus or in caloric deficit, depending on which time of the year you're on. In today's episode, I want to bring you a really simple meal to make. It only takes about 5-10 minutes to cook, and this will keep you full for ages and satisfied, and it's all under 500 calories. To be honest, like with this first meal, this episode, it is quite a boring one, but there are ways you can make this taste a lot better. So starting out, you want to get some whole wheat pasta. It doesn't matter what type. Usually, I don't even know what the other ones are, the tubes or whatever. Like, you can easily get this at any supermarket. It's super cheap. For like a 500 gram bag, it's under £1. So there's not really any excuse why you can't afford this. The reason why I say to use whole wheat pasta, even though like if you have a look at the nutrients, it's fairly similar. But the trouble with white pasta, like whilst it is technically a complex carb, it's more like refined and starchy. Whereas with the whole wheat, it gets digested at a slower pace than where it would be with the white pasta, which will keep you fuller for longer, which is just what you need if you're on a diet. So you're not going to be snacking throughout the day. In the whole wheat ones, there is more fat content, less carbohydrates, and much higher fiber. There's almost 5 grams more fiber in the whole wheat one compared to the normal white one. And obviously, like, protein is roughly the same. Saturates, give or take, the same. Sugar's not a whole lot of difference. But yeah, the main two differences are less carbohydrates and higher fiber from the whole wheat. So the main source of protein you're going to get from this meal is going to be from tuna. I know some people say they don't like tuna, it tastes like crap or whatever else. But it's like, with the calories in it, for half a can you got 60 calories, so a full can would be 120 calories. If you add that 120 to the 250 from the pasta, that's only 370 calories. That is a very small meal. Considering if you're on a cutting diet, you're probably looking at somewhere between 1,800 and 2,500, depending what kind of weight you're at. It really depends on your height and that kind of thing as well. So probably your best bet is to have a look on MyFitnessPal. That will help you to work out what kind of calorie intake per day you need. As you can see, from 100 grams of the tin, like drained from the brine or water or whatever the tuna is coming in your tin, they all vary. So there's loads of different nutrients that this may get. So for my example, these are ones which are pretty cheap from a random shop. £2.85-ish for 4-pack. So probably about 75 pence per can. And the nutrients from this tin of tuna, you're going to be getting 23.5 grams of protein. Now that is a solid foundation of protein of your daily intake. Obviously, when you're on a cut, you want to keep your protein high so you're not losing as much muscle mass. It's inevitable that you will lose some muscle mass on a cut. There's nothing you can really do about it unless you go on some really, really long cut, which you're not really going to be losing fat at a higher rate. It's not really worth being on a cut if you're not going to cut properly, kind of thing, if you get what I mean. So now I know what you're thinking. Tuna and pasta, that sounds like the most boring meal in the world. Well, what you can do to make this taste a hell of a lot better, if you just grab like some hot sauce or soy sauce or something, maybe not soy sauce because it's kind of high in estrogen, I guess. Hot sauce is probably your best bet. If you don't really like hot sauce, go with soy sauce. It's the same kind of like thing. you can mix it up really. Just keep a looking out and have a look at what kind of sauces have what calories. There's not a whole lot. You probably got like 10 calories in a dose of hot sauce or something like that. Now this is the part where it keeps you even fuller. So obviously you got your original like protein from the tuna and the whole wheat pasta, which is going to keep you going for longer throughout the day. What I like to do is just kind of load up on veggies. So you can pick up veggies for pretty cheap. They're not all that expensive. I don't know, like broccoli, or say actually what I personally do, we've got an allotment plot and we actually grow courgettes, and these things like are actually alright if you like fry them up in a pan. There's not really a whole lot of calories in them either, and it'll keep you much fuller than like say having a sandwich or whatever. Like having a proper meal in the middle of the day is just great, especially when you've had a like morning gym session. It just makes you feel a lot better and more energized, not kind of, I don't know how to explain it, kind of hanging over from the gym, if that makes sense. But yeah, this is what I like to do anyway. So in total, you should see on the screen the total nutrients and calories and all that kind of good thing. I mean, I'll leave it on the screen while I talk to you and exit this video. But yeah, so it's quite a cheap meal that you can make, and the nutrients are pretty decent as well, so it's going to keep you satisfied through the day. If you got this far into the video, I mean, I don't know if like tuna and pasta is really something you would have been expecting, but this is a good meal which is solid in everything, and it's going to keep you satisfied, so you can't go far wrong with this. I know it's boring, but dieting's not meant to be fun. Like, you're not having all your cakes and crisps and whatever, like all the nice foods allegedly, but you can make some nice stuff. This is just a cheap example with decent calories, decent protein, and it's going to keep you satisfied. I feel like I should probably like just exit this video now, because it's been a long old video. So if you've made it this far, then like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll have more videos up for you in the next few days. If this series like picks up, then ask me in the comments like what kind of thing you're looking for. Like if you want something high in carbs, high in protein, something actually exciting. Like, you'll be surprised what you can actually eat on a diet, depending if you keep under your caloric maintenance level. So you'll be surprised. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one, guys. Thanks for watching.